to try to articulate the motion, no, I move to amend the motion of Senator De La Rosa to dismiss. And instead, I move that we return the articles of impeachment to the House until such time that they certify to us that they did not violate the Constitution.
Dinadala kami sa dismissal, remand, return, whatever is the term, Mr. President. Hindi ko alam bakit kailangan tayo bakit pa tayo namimilipit na ipasok ang isang word that is a synonym or can mean dismissal. I do not understand when a mere advisory can help the court, Mr.
Ito na nga, nagkainitan nga sina Senator Alan Peter Cayetano at Coco Pimentel. Pimentel na Pikon, pero bago ang lahat, maaari kayong mag-subscribe para maging updated sa mga issue at bagong mga balita. Napikon na nga ang nagmamadali sa impeachment ng Vice President na si Coco Pimentel. Matapos amendahan ni Senator Alan Cayetano ang ipinasang motion ni Senator Bato na ibalik sa mababang kapulungan ng Kongreso ang impeachment case. Pinalaga naman ito ni Senator Cayetano at walang nagawa ang nag-iinit na si Pimentel. Narito ang buong detalye.
After ng aming pagngilay-ngilay, Mr. President, we come to a decision that I am inclined to accept the amendment to my motion being put forward by Senator Judge Alan Cayetano, Mr. President. Thank you. Provided can
Before Senator Judge Pimentel stands up, let's allow Senator Judge
Committee o Justice Committee hindi ni-report out as the Constitution says. And there's a legal maxim kasi that what you cannot do directly, you cannot do indirectly. So, kung magiging ganyan ang sistema ng House of Representatives, all you have to do is keep accepting impeachment throughout the year, kahit 1,000, and then pick one that you like and then i-forward sa atin. That will violate the Constitution na dapat isang complaint lang. So, ang allegation kasi dito is that they did not follow their own rules. But sang-ayon ako sa iyo at kay Senator Win Gatchalian na are we all ready to look into that tonight and debate? Even tomorrow. Even tomorrow. This isn't a 15-minute discussion in accordance with the rules per senator. Malalim na discussion to kasi kung Supreme Court man is taking time to decide this. This will be precedent setting di ba? So, let me clarify in Tagalog. Dalawa ang pwede nating gawin. Ituloy o ibasura. Ang dismissal, ibasura. I am not proposing na ibasura. Yun nga ang pakiusap ko kay Senator Bato, and I will restate it. Yung ituloy, dalawang klaseng ituloy. Bukas, babasahin, and then i-issue yung summons. But that will not stop Senator Bato or any one of us from questioning pag binasa ng prosecutors tomorrow, yan ba ay fourth impeachment complaint? Balik na naman tayo sa step 1 ngayon. Yung remand ay ibalik. Ibalik sa House at and maybe I can state it, Mr. President, no? So, ang aking pong amendment ay ibalik sa House at ipa-certify sa House na number 1, including the circumstances na hindi nila violate yung Constitution in entertaining more than one impeachment complaint in 1 year. Number 2, na interesado silang ituloy ang impeachment complaint. At pangatlo, yung tatlo yun, di ba? Yung pangatlo, Mr. President, is really the judges nung 20th kung anong gusto nilang gawin. So nasa atin yon, hindi sa House, no? Ang problema, Mr. President, hindi ang 19th Congress ang sasagot nito, yung 20th Congress. Kasi kahit sumagot bukas na gusto nilang tumuloy at i-certify nila, paano kung yung 20th Congress ibalik naman? So I'm open to an amendment to my amendment. I'm just saying I think there is wisdom now in not dismissing it, and there's nothing lost na ibalik ito sa Kongreso at ayusin nila yung isasubmit sa atin. Reiterate ko yung sinabi ko po kahapon o nung isang araw. Hindi nating kasalanan na last day of session, February 5. Marami po tayong kasalanan, hindi tayo naghuhugas kamay. Pero hindi natin kasalanan na last day final, na yung pang-apat ang final, at nag-eleksyon habang final. So, that is why there is wisdom in remanding it rather than dismissing it or rather than ituloy natin bukas as if walang nangyari. Just a last point. I don't agree totally with Brother Robin na hindi natin ginawa yung legislative agenda, yung mga ipapasa. Pero nakita naman po natin, BICAM report na lang po eh. The reality is, kung tutuloy natin yung debate until 10, 11 tonight, pagdating natin bukas mag-impeachment court, lahat ng mga BICAM na yon balik to square one at marami doon ay sayang, pwede na talagang i-take up kaagad-agad, Mr. President. So the amendment is instead of dismissing, is ibalik sa Kongreso and then subject to style, no? I-certify ng Kongreso na hindi nila nilabag ang Constitution in more than one filing, and number two, na interesado silang ituloy at sino yung nakatakdang prosecutors nila, Mr. President.
Just to clarify, yung binabanggit po ninyo, Ginoo, na interesado pa at gusto pang ipursige ng Kongreso, ang impeachment complaint na ito ay tumutukoy sa 20th Congress, hindi ng 19th Congress.
In my opinion, Mr. President, kasi kahit sumagot ang 19th na they're interested, they cannot bind the 20th Congress.
In that regard, the chair agrees because the chair has been saying from the start of these proceedings since late February that the trial will be conducted by the 20th Congress. Given the lateness of the hour that the impeachment complaint was filed, the most that the 19th Congress can do would be to issue summons and require the Vice President to answer the charges against her, and such are there other orders that we can make in the 19th Congress that may be used by the 20th Congress once it proceeds to trial. Pero tulad po ng binanggit nyo, tatawid ito, hindi din paniniwala ko, at kung may mga pag-uutos man tayong gagawin, kaugnay niyan, makakadagdag yun sa argumento na ito'y tatawid sa 20th Congress. Having said that, the chair, the presiding officer, has every intention of issuing summons at the end of these proceedings. Again, in order to make sure that we make most out of the time of the 19th Congress, leading to the actual trial pag nagbukas na po ang 20th Congress sa July 28.
To achieve the goals of the Senate President, let's just do what the Supreme Court does when it has a case. Let's issue an advisory. Okay. Bigyan natin ng summons para kay impeached officer. Mag-advisory tayo sa House Panel of Prosecutors. In addition to the answer filed by the impeached officer, anticipate na natin yun. Answer the following questions raised during the hearing of the Senate as impeachment court. Anong date ngayon? On June 10. And then we can even write down the questions that we want them to answer. It's addressable by an advisory. Hindi ko nakikita bakit dinadala kami sa dismissal, remand, return, whatever is the term, Mr. President. Hindi ko alam bakit kailangan tayo bakit ba tayo namimilipit na ipasok ang isang word that is a synonym or can mean dismissal. I do not understand when a mere advisory can help the court, Mr. President. That's all I want to say.
Senator Bato has a motion. Do you want to say?
That is
Senator
why,
Bato is recognized.
Mr. President, that is why we are going to put this into a vote to settle everything.
Before acting on the motion of Senator De La Rosa for the clarification of some of our colleagues, the motion of Senator Cayetano is to quote, return
Mr. President,
to the House the issues raised by Senator De La Rosa for the purpose of issuing an order that will require compliance with a one-year ban, and for the House to issue a resolution affirming their intent to prosecute the case during trial in the 20th Congress.
and for the record, Mr. President, I changed the word remand to return, a non-legal term, to make it plain. So it is in no means a dismissal, Mr. President. Kung dismissal din lang, bumalik tayo sa original na
Your Honor,
just to emphasize that it isn't, and just to answer Senator Win na why remand, because the original motion was to dismiss, and I understand why they want it to dismiss. This is a compromise that I feel is both practical and idealistic, Mr. President, in my view, Mr. President.
Again, this will not constitute a dismissal, Senator Judge Pimentel, because as the presiding officer said earlier, we will be issuing summons. after
Why
this vote.
use dangerous words, Mr. President? At saka yung pag-restate mo, ang layo na sa return the issues, ang sinabi mo. Wala ko narinig
please,
yun. That's why, Mr. President, ganito na lang gawin natin. Mahaba-haba rin yung supposed to be accurately, clearly stated motion. Can we write it down? Can we flash it? Para makita na natin yung fixed wording. Because I never heard return the issues. Ngayon ko lang narinig sa presiding officer. Kaya magulo, sobrang gulo, Mr. President.
Can we have the Honorable Cayetano restate the motion? Do you want it printed, Coco?
Mr. President, I don't think magulo dun sa pabor eh. Magulo dun sa hindi pabor. Because I restated it already, Mr. President. Whether we use the word remand, whether we use the word return, there is nothing in the Constitution, in our rules, given not only the point na sui generis ang classification ng ating court, yung time na final, yung ating gagawin, this will actually expedite everything. If you map it out, Mr. President, kung anong mangyayari, mas bibilis pa nga dito. Kaya sa akin, Mr. President, bago magbago ang isip ni Senator Bato, we've clarified as much as it can be clarified. So maybe we can just vote on it, Mr. President.
There is a motion made by Senator Bato, amended by
Mr.
Senator
President, before you
Cayetano.
continue, can I invoke Rule 14? So kung may motion, all motions, etc., or any senator shall require it, they shall be committed to writing. Mr. President, I am requiring that it be committed to writing and flashed on the screen para makita natin the details of the motion, Mr. President.
Mr. President, can they type it as I narrate it? Then we can edit it together. Then may I remind everyone that we're already in the period of voting, so it cannot be interrupted anymore. But no, it's in good. Nagtawag na siya. But we will follow. Tama yung motion mo, Mr. Minority Leader. So we will narrate it and so that it will be typewritten.
Can the Secretariat coordinate with Senator Cayetano now while I recognize Senator Judge Binay? What is the pleasure of Senator Judge Binay?
Just one clarificatory question, Mr.
Yes, Your
Presiding
Honor.
Justice. Ano ho ang mangyayari dun sa complaint kung hindi tanggapin ng House yung pagsoli natin?
Hindi po natin, ulitin ko po, hindi po sinosoli yung complaint in the stricted sense of the word dahil nga po, pagkatapos natin pagbotohan to, ano man na mangyari, mag-i-issue po tayo ng summons para pasagutin. Ang pagkakaunawa ko sa layuning ito na kinaklarify na ngayon ay para utusan ng Kamara na magsumite ng paliwanag at compliance sa mga katanungan na ipinukol kanina ng ilang senator judges. Hindi po ito dismissal. Let
Mr.
us
Presiding
disabuse the minds not only of the public but of the senator judges too, that this is tantamount to a dismissal in any shape, size, or form. It is not. And that is not the understanding of the presiding officer as well.
Pero, Mr. Presiding Justice, di ba ang Tagalog po ng return ay isole?
Hintayin po natin i-clarify. Pero pinapaliwanag ko nga po, ang pagkakaunawa ko at sinagot ng movant ay hindi yan dismissal. Those who are against the motion, if at all, can think and say all they want that it is. But it is not, and this will soon be proven by the issuance of a summons right after the vote, regardless of the outcome.
So, Mr. Presiding Justice, hindi pwedeng baliwalain ng House of Representatives yung motion na gagawin natin, assuming na it will be...
Utos po ng husgado yon sa Kamara na tumatayong prosecutor sa ngayon sa 19th Congress at maski na sa 20th Congress. Ito'y magiging dagdag patunay para sa presiding officer na itong kasong to ay tatawid sa ika-20 Kongreso at hindi mamamatay sa ika-19 na Kongreso.
Another clarification. I'm sorry. But I think,
Ready na ba kayo?
kasi yung unang posisyon ng ating presiding officer is we cannot compel the 20th Congress to be bound by our decisions. On the other hand, my question is, kung kunwari bukas matuloy yung trial natin at pumunta dito yung mga House prosecutors, hindi ba natin pwedeng tanungin sa kanila sa puntong yon na iklaro na nila yung mga tanong natin at tama din yung sinabi ni Senator Win na mas transparent ang sagot nila kasi hindi pwede yung sila-sila na nag-uusap, isasubmit sa atin. We want to see how they're able to come up with that response and also how they're going to be defending it live with us.
That's for the 20th Congress to decide.
Why?
That was what was discussed earlier. Kaya nga po, di ba, ang paliwanag, napakahabang diskusyon at debate ito, hindi natin kayang pagpasan. Yan ang sinabi ng karamihan. Hindi tayo pwede mag-judicial notice ng mga bagay-bagay na ito. Kaya nga po, para hindi masayang oras, pinapasumitin natin sila habang wala naman tayong pwedeng gawin at magawa. Dahil nga, matatapos ang otoridad ng 19th Congress sa June 30. At hindi rin pa po trial ito dahil mag-i-issue pa lamang po tayo ng summons ngayong araw na ito kung saan meron ngang takdang panahon para sumagot ang nasasakdal at kung sakasakali magbigay pa ng reply ang prosecution bago po tayo pumasok dun sa presentasyon ng ebidensya ng magkabilang panig na siyang pinatutungkulan talaga ng trial. I think we should not belabor the point anymore. Senator Bato de la Rosa earlier made the motion and Senator Pimentel required that it be put in writing. May we see it, sir, if it is ready? Lalabas, it should come out in the screen. Ready po ba ready? Ano ka ready na sabi niyo?
Mr. President,
Session is suspended.